What is the favorite song you wrote?
Man, they're like children to me. I would have to say the one that still kind of it grabs me to this day are the ones it would be Still Ain't Forgave Myself, I Still Love You, and Live in the Sky.
He was your man, like on the side, like on the side, just he was not a rapper at all.
Right.
So when Ballin' took place, and I'm looking and I'm going, oh, he having a moment. That's the Lloyd Banks. It's Lloyd Banks thing. He wanted that. He was watching them be that, like Mace be that, and Cam be that, and looked at, and it was finally he had one.
Mm-hmm.
And I just looked, and I knew I just took the shot, Murder, to see, because I wasn't sure he was gonna go for it. But I was like, we like Jimmy better than you anyway, Cam. You gotta watch and see how he shot. And then you see, he like, oh shit, he really like that. Give me this. Yeah, tell him we want you at the show, Jimmy. Yo, but that was one of those things I just threw it out. Yo, and see.
GOAT reasons you gone viral. I graduated. That's the only good thing they posted of me going viral.
The best one for me is King Latifah.
Teeth Keith. I ain't never get my teeth shirts made. Teeth shirts.
Well, to tell you the truth, the most money I've ever had at once, as far as one paycheck.
One paycheck, yeah.
26 million, maybe. Something like that.
What it feel like?
Felt like 26 million. 8-figure checks feel like the devil could potentially pull you under.
GOAT reasons you gone viral. I graduated. That's the only good thing they posted of me going viral.
The best one for me is King Latifah.
Teeth Keith. I ain't never get my teeth shirts made. Teeth shirts.
Well, to tell you the truth,
Hey, King, I'm going to go as a real white, King.
Oh, thank you.
Well, the truth of the matter is.
Okay, Tip, all right, Tip.
Man, Jada ain't got over Tupac Shakur.
Oh, my God.
She was in that movie with Queen Latifah.
Man, now y'all going too far.
It's all right.
Go.
Old Titty Boy 2 Chainz.
King, my bad.
Nah, it's all right.
I was trying to give a
KW rubbing his nipples. It's all right.
Hip-hop beef used to be simple. Two rappers stepped in the booth, dropped a diss track, and let the streets decide who won. But things are different now. In today's era, the most powerful weapon isn't a song, it's a documentary. And that's exactly where things are heading between 50 Cent and T.I. When 50 Cent recently hinted that he might be releasing a documentary targeting T.I., the internet immediately exploded. Fans knew this wasn't just trolling. When 50 Cent says he's working on something, it usually turns into a massive production that the entire world ends up watching. But what made this situation even more intense was T.I.'s reaction. Instead of ignoring the threat, he fired right back and told 50 they could go doc for doc. In other words, if 50 Cent wanted to air out secrets on a streaming platform, I was ready to do the exact same thing. Suddenly, what started as a social media jab began looking like something much bigger. The first hip-hop beef that might be fought through full-blown documentaries? And if that really happens, it could expose years of drama, rumors, and behind-the-scenes tension that fans never knew about. But to understand how things escalated this far, you have to start with the post that triggered everything. The drama began when 50 Cent posted a message online that immediately caught everyone's attention. In the post, he reminded fans how quiet he got before dropping his documentary connected to Sean Diddy Combs. Then, he added a line directed at T.I. that felt less like a joke and more like a warning. He hinted that a documentary about T.I. could be coming soon, and suggested reporters might start asking uncomfortable questions about past allegations surrounding him and his wife, Tamika "Tiny" Harris. Within minutes, screenshots of the post spread across social media. Fans instantly realized this wasn't random trolling. 50 has built a reputation for turning internet drama into real projects. What starts as a sarcastic caption today could easily become a full documentary tomorrow. And that's exactly why people took the message seriously. Because if there's one thing the industry has learned about 50 Cent over the years, it's that he rarely bluffs. But the truth is, this tension between him and T.I. didn't start with that post. Not even close. Long before documentaries were part of the conversation, the two rappers were already clashing publicly. For years, T.I. had been pushing for a versus battle with 50 Cent. At the time, versus events were some of the biggest moments in hip-hop culture, with legendary artists going head-to-head playing their biggest hits. T.I. believed the matchup made sense. Both artists dominated the 2000s, both had massive records, and both had loyal fan bases ready to debate who had the stronger catalog. But 50 Cent didn't see it that way. Instead of accepting the challenge, he brushed it off repeatedly. At times, he joked that T.I. didn't have enough hits to compete with him. Other times, he ignored the suggestion completely. Those responses clearly annoyed T.I., who felt like 50 Cent was disrespecting his legacy. Soon, the playful idea of a versus battle turned into a public rivalry. The two began throwing subtle jabs at each other online, and fans started picking sides. But as the tension grew, the situation slowly shifted from friendly competition to something much more personal. And once families got involved, the entire situation took a darker turn. Hip-hop beefs can get intense, but there's always an unwritten rule about how far things should go. Unfortunately, that rule started getting pushed during this feud. At one point, 50 Cent began mocking Tiny on social media. The post quickly went viral and sparked backlash from T.I.'s supporters, who felt the situation was crossing into disrespectful territory. Things escalated even further when members of T.I.'s family entered the conversation. His son King Harris began responding to the drama online, defending his father and taking shots at 50 Cent. Soon, diss tracks and heated posts started appearing, turning the situation into a full-blown online war. But the moment that shocked many fans happened when King wore a shirt referencing 50 Cent's late mother. The image spread across social media almost instantly. Even people who supported T.I. admitted that the move went too far. Eventually, T.I. himself acknowledged that he wasn't happy about how deeply his sons had gotten involved in the feud. By that point, the tension between both camps had already reached another level. And while the internet was busy arguing about who crossed the line first, 50 Cent was quietly building something much bigger behind the scenes. Over the past decade, 50 Cent has transformed himself from a rapper into one of the most powerful producers in entertainment. Through television deals and streaming projects, he's built a reputation for creating shows that dominate ratings and spark huge conversations online. One of the biggest examples came when he helped produce a documentary tied to the controversies surrounding Sean Diddy Combs. The project generated massive attention, drawing millions of viewers and dominating headlines across the internet. That moment proved something important. 50 Cent had figured out how to turn hip-hop drama into documentary storytelling that audiences couldn't stop watching. And once fans realized he might use that same formula against T.I., the conversation exploded even more. Because documentaries have a unique kind of power. A diss track might trend for a week, but a documentary can shape how the public remembers a story for years. And that's exactly what made the situation feel so serious. But the most controversial part of the potential documentary would be the subject itself. For years, various allegations and controversies connected to T.I. and Tiny have circulated online. While many of those situations were heavily debated and discussed across social media, they've never really been explored in a major documentary format. That's why 50 Cent's hint about making a film immediately caught people's attention. Fans began speculating that the project could dive into those past accusations, resurfacing details that many people had either forgotten or never fully understood. The internet quickly split into two sides. Some people believed 50 Cent was simply trolling again and using controversy to generate attention. Others were convinced that he might actually move forward with a documentary that examines those allegations in detail. Either way, the conversation spread rapidly. But the most interesting part wasn't the speculation, it was how T.I. responded. Because instead of denying the possibility or telling 50 to stop, he issued a challenge. Shortly after the rumors started spreading, T.I. posted a response that made headlines everywhere. Instead of backing down, he told 50 Cent they could go doc for doc. The message was clear. If 50 Cent wanted to expose his story in a documentary, T.I. was willing to do the same thing right back. He even suggested they could go hit for hit or bar for bar, referencing both music and documentaries as potential battlefields. Fans immediately began imagining what that could look like. What secrets might T.I. reveal about 50 Cent's past? What behind-the-scenes stories could come out if both sides started telling their versions of events? Suddenly, the feud wasn't just about insults or social media posts anymore. It had the potential to become something the hip-hop world had never seen before. But the biggest question still remained. Would either documentary actually happen? If these documentaries really get made, the impact could go far beyond just these two artists. Hip-hop has always been built on competition. From battle rap to diss tracks, artists have constantly tried to outdo each other in creative ways. But documentaries take that competition into completely new territory. Instead of just delivering insults in a song, artists could present full narratives about each other. Interviews, footage, timelines, and testimonies that shape how fans understand the story. And once something like that gets released on a major streaming platform, it becomes part of the public record. Whoever tells their version first often controls the narrative. That's why many fans believe this feud could become one of the most intense media battles the genre has ever seen. Because in the streaming era, the fight isn't just about who has the better lyrics. It's about who controls the story. Right now, the documentary battle between 50 Cent and T.I. is still mostly speculation. No official trailer has dropped, no platform has confirmed a release date, and both sides continue to keep fans guessing about what might happen next. But one thing is clear, the tension between these two icons isn't fading anytime soon. If either documentary actually moves forward, it could open the door to revelations that the public has never heard before. Years of rumors, rivalries, and behind-the-scenes drama could suddenly become part of a global conversation. And if both artists decide to tell their stories at the same time, the result could be one of the most explosive moments hip-hop media has ever seen. Because in today's rap industry, diss tracks come and go. But the stories that documentaries tell, those can last forever. And if this war really becomes doc for doc, the most shocking chapter of this feud might still be ahead.